New details about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's upcoming visit to Australia have been revealed. There are reports the pair will stop in Melbourne, Canberra and Sydney. They're expected to visit a children's hospital and to also make appearances linked to Veterans Affairs and mental health. Meghan is also set to attend a women's homeless shelter, with Harry also set to make an appearance with an AFL club in Melbourne and attend a rugby union match in Sydney. The 4-day visit starts next Tuesday, with the Duchess set to speak at a luxury women's retreat at the Intercontinental Hotel at Coogee in Sydney.
The noise is already starting, the commentary is already getting loud. But let's cut through all of that and actually look at what's happening here. Because the upcoming visit to Australia by Prince Harry and Meghan Markle isn't just another celebrity trip. It's something much deeper, and honestly, something a lot of people are pretending not to understand. What's got supporters excited and critics scrambling is the simple fact that Harry and Meghan are returning to a country where they were not just welcomed, they were embraced. Their 2018 tour wasn't some stiff, distant royal appearance. It was electric. Crowds showed up in huge numbers, people connected with them, and there was a genuine sense that this was a different kind of royal presence, more human, more relatable, more engaged. And now they're coming back, not as working royals bound by palace rules, but as independent global figures choosing where to go, who to meet, and what causes to uplift. That right there is what makes this visit powerful. Because let's be real, this trip is centered around impact. We're talking about mental health advocacy, community engagement, women's empowerment, and partnerships that actually aim to do something tangible. This isn't about waving from balconies. This is about sitting in rooms, listening, speaking, and using their platform to amplify real issues. For example, Harry's continued work in mental health isn't new. It's something he's been deeply involved in for years. From founding initiatives to openly discussing his own struggles, he has consistently pushed conversations forward in a space that many public figures still avoid. So when reports say he'll be engaging in a mental health summit in places like Melbourne, that's not random. That's aligned with a long-standing mission. And Meghan. Her focus has always been just as clear. Whether it's advocating for women's rights, supporting grassroots organizations, or shining a light on underrepresented voices, she shows up with intention. So the idea that she'll be involved in women-centered events during this visit fits perfectly with everything she's been doing for years, long before she even met Harry. But here's where things get interesting. The moment excitement builds, the usual critics suddenly have a problem, and you have to ask, why? Because what exactly is the issue here? That two people are traveling to engage with charities, that they're drawing attention to important causes, that people are actually excited to see them again. The truth is, a lot of the backlash has very little to do with the visit itself. It's about control. Harry and Meghan stepped away from a system that tried to define them, limit them, and frankly, often undermine them. Now they're moving freely, choosing their own path, and still commanding global attention, and that unsettles some people. There's also this ongoing attempt to downplay their popularity, but moments like this, honestly, they really expose the reality. The anticipation around their Australia return didn't come out of nowhere. It's built on years of connection. People remember how they made them feel during that first visit. The warmth, the openness, the sense that they were actually present, not just performing a role. And that's something you can't fake. Another thing worth pointing out is how strategic this visit appears to be. It's not just random appearances thrown together. There's a clear focus, meaningful engagements, targeted conversations, and collaborations that extend beyond a single trip. That's the difference between a symbolic visit and a purposeful one. Even the buzz around their itinerary, though not fully confirmed, shows how much interest there is. People want to know where they'll go, who they'll meet, what they'll do, and that kind of attention, it's earned. Now let's address the tone of that post you saw. The excitement, the the celebration, the confidence that this visit will be so good. That's not blind hype. It's based on history. It's based on consistency. And it's based on the understanding that when Harry and Meghan show up somewhere, they don't just pass through, they leave an impression. And the comment about critics throwing tantrums, honestly, it reflects a pattern. Every time Harry and Meghan take a step forward, there's a wave of negativity that follows. But what's interesting is that the negativity rarely changes the outcome. They still show up, they still connect, they still do the work. So, as this Australia visit approaches, the real story isn't the criticism, it's the anticipation. It's the communities preparing to welcome them. It's the organisations ready to collaborate. It's the conversations that are about to happen. And maybe that's what makes this moment so compelling. Because despite everything that's been said, written and speculated, Harry and Meghan continue to move forward on their own terms with a clear sense of purpose. So yeah, people are excited, and based on everything we've seen before, they have every reason to be. Because when Harry and Meghan step into a space like Australia again, it's not just a visit.